Imperfect sounds have the potential of conveying deeper emotions than regular sounds. I mean, for instance, listen to these keys. And now let's detune the sound, add some crackles, and make it more imperfect. It feels broken, and that emphasizes the emotional tones of the melody. It makes it more dramatic. With these ideas in mind, Audio, a developer well known for making lo-fi plugins, has created Ember, their first synthesizer, an instrument capable of creating those imperfect kind of sounds that I just love. Now, of course, you can use it also to create more clean and modern kind of stuff, but let's get to know it better. If you appreciate my work, give this video a like. It's the only thing I want. Thank you so much. On the surface, this is a very simple synth. A 3-shape oscillator with a soft oscillator, and an FM engine, with a simple filter, many different effects, an arpeggiator, a second mod envelope, and also a drift modulator. The oscillator and the filter are pretty simple, but I believe that where this synth gets interesting is on the effects. All of them are to the point and have this XY controller for the amount and for another parameter. They sound great and are very useful for creating lush pads or soaring leads, basses, I mean whatever you want. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, you can use this synth for non-lo-fi stuff, but it has many lo-fi effects, so we need to go deeper. It has the crackle, a binaural noise generator, and the ripple, which will create drops in gain. Besides these two, we have other lo-fi inspired effects like the wear, which will add edge and rust to the sound, and the stability, which will detune the sound and add variation to the cutoff point of the filter. Now, can these parameters be used for non-lo-fi kind of sounds? Well, let's try. On the master we have more sound changing stuff. The width, for instance, as with many vintage synths, will start panning each new key that you press. Of course, interchanging the left and the right. To add more imperfection, instead of an LFO, we have the drift modulator. It can be routed to 4 different parameters, and you can see the list of the parameters available. For the speed and the type of the movement, we have a snail, a hiker, a mountain, and a tape. The best way to understand how each one works is by looking at them. Now, I love if the drift could be mapped to even more parameters, for instance, the tuning, but I guess that's why we have the detuning amount. Besides all of this, we have an arpeggiator with different patterns and a chance amount which will let you add variation to the arpeggios. In a way, this last feature is also about imperfection because it's going to give you incomplete arpeggios. For instance, I created this rhythmic kind of sequence because the chants will affect actually the notes, not the steps. So if you choose the chord pattern, sometimes you will get all the notes that you're pressing, and other times just a few. So the price, $129. I know, expensive. As I got it for free, no strings attached, I'm not sure if I can answer if it's worth it or not. That depends on you. For me, it's a great sounding synthesizer that goes straight to the point, and the workflow will lead you to sounds that other synths maybe won't give you. Besides, Jumaudio is one of those developers that know what people want, so they have a rent-to-own program. The way it works is that you will get access to all of their plugins and the new plugins that they release, and every year they will give you $120 of store credit. It's similar to something like Kilohertz. Jumaudio has excellent plugins, so definitely consider it. So, conclusion time. Could you create all of these sounds using other synths and effects? Yes. It's the same workflow? No. Is it better? Depends entirely on you. For me it is. I know that now I will go for Ember every time I want to create those broken, imperfect kind of sounds. But what about you? Go and try the synth and let me know in the comments what do you think. Thank you so much for watching, I will see you next time and bye bye.